everyone, and welcome. I'm Rachel Chamness at Sound Waves Heal, and welcome to the July 2023 TAG Lightworkers Membership Masterclass. We are working today with water, the spirit of water itself, plus all kinds of water beings like Giant Tortoise and mermaids, of course. And I'll be trance channeling them, bringing through messages for this month. Welcome to the Masterclass. I'd love to know that you're here watching the replay. So if you'd like to say hi in the comments, I would love to see it. Water's coming forward this month to teach us how to work with it as a powerful, energetic, and manifesting tool for our light work going forward. So we will learn how to use this healing tool to help clear the water on planet Earth for a faster and smoother ascension timeline for ourselves and for the earth as well. So this is a really powerful month where we're really going to get deep into clearing ourselves to get to the next level. This is a lot of clearing and also learning to use water in these powerful techniques, which water tells me she will tell us about in this masterclass. So I'm really excited to start. I'm also bringing forward a Mermaid Collective, a Giant Tortoise, and an Octopus, and there might be more. And the whole goal of this month is just to help us bring ascension faster, to help us with this really hard time that we're going through right now. The energy is really heavy and sticky, and also just get us to that highest timeline. That's something we're always working on in TAG Lightworkers. We want that highest timeline where things are just easy, where we make just the easiest decisions. So I just want to reiterate that we're not making wrong decisions. Then that brings us to a lower timeline. It's not about wrong, it's about longer. So if we can learn our lessons faster, then we can be on the fastest timeline. If it takes us longer to learn our lessons, then we're on a slower timeline. So it's both a blessing and a curse. We want to get through our lessons. We want to understand. We want to do it in a way that's not so triggering that it pulls us down. And it's a life lesson that we're always working on, right? So that's our goal. Let's get to that highest timeline. Let's help ourselves with ascension and with our light path. So without further ado, let's bring in water, the spirit of water. Let's ask her, and I'm just using her because it just feels right, but let's ask her if she has some things to tell us about herself and about her role in this universe, because of course water is everywhere. It's just, this is the spirit of all water and more. So let's do that. I am the spirit of water. I am full of gratitude for you to bring me forward here because I am a different type of being than humans are used to calling on, and so it is not as often that I am called upon. However, I am now becoming more into the consciousness of all, and so I also appreciate that many will see me speaking through this medium and hopefully connect with me as well. I look forward to connecting more fully with the group of TAG in the attunement and helping you all get further on your journey. Yes, I exist everywhere. I am one of the most important elements of the universe, and I understand that element is used in different ways. I am speaking to you from a place that is deeper than words of science, but of the whole, the understanding far beyond what you can experience or know or prove or scientifically understand on Earth as a human in the third dimensional timeline, in the third dimensional density, which you are all in. Perhaps your timeline has a fifth dimensional reality that you flip between. Perhaps you go higher than 5D, but you are always returning to 3D as you are still human on this planet. So please remember this. Your highest timeline does still have its 3D elements until the Earth itself has turned to a fifth dimensional place. And you exist largely in the fourth dimension. And you, workers who go higher, exist in them all at all times during the day. You go back and forth. You also interact with many dimensions at a time sometimes. It depends what the work is that you are doing. And I am so happy that you are doing this work and that you are responsible for bringing ascension to this planet. This being often questions the number 144,000. Although we show it to her many, many times, always we are showing her this number all day long. And yet she still wonders, are there only 144,000 light workers? Is that possible? 144,000 beings who come to bring pure light onto this earth. And yes, that is more than you think it is. And yes, that is the number. This medium doubts it. 144,000. You reincarnate as well because you are dedicated to this timeline of ascension for this planet, which is inevitable. There's no way to veer off this ascension timeline. However, you can get to ascension faster by helping the collective. And that is one thing that we will do this month in Tag Lightworkers. Help the collective to get there faster. And the more people that actively do this and do all of the meditation and the attunement and the manifesting that we bring forward for you this month, the more that you will help the earth and yourself bring this ascension forward faster. It is still unknown on the date in which this will occur in your timeline. This is Rachel. Now I'm asking the question, how does that even work? Because, I mean, if time is only a 3D concept, how is 3D time, we're all in the same time? I mean, I just asked in my head, are we all in different times? Like, could I be here, Saturday, July 8th at 2:34 p.m.? You could be last year on that part of the timeline of 3D timeline. And she's like, no, you are all on the same timeline. So what she's showing me now is that there is like a sort of timeline where we're all on it. And so are the alternate lives, that they are all on. Like, it looks to me like she's showing me it's like a timer, but the timer itself is undefined of when we will go to ascension. It's really up to us helping the collective, helping ourselves, helping others, spreading this light. That is how we get there. And we've talked about ascension a lot. I think you guys really understand it. If you have questions, put them below. I'm not going to go too far into all of that, but just wanted to bring that forward. So I guess there really are just 144,000. Doesn't it seem like more to you? I mean, it really feels like more. So it's crazy. Hey, I just want to interrupt for a second to tell you about the retreat coming up. Registration is now open for 2024 in the Greek islands on Crete. And this is for intermediate and advanced lightworkers who are just so ready to get to that next level, both professionally and personally. And so if you're interested, check out my website, soundwavesheal.com/retreats, or meet me on a call and let's talk about your goals and if this retreat's perfect for you. I'd love to see you there. Thanks for listening. Before Water speaks again, I want to talk about this card that I pulled. So I think it's very interesting that Rebecca Campbell just came out with her newest cards, the Healing Water Oracle. And I really love her cards. They're great for light workers. Really recommend them. And they're water. And of course, they came out just at the same time we were working with water. And I love that. Tag is often bringing forward all of these things that are just right in this time. And water is just really, like she says, coming forward now, like showing us all the ways. So this is the card I picked from that deck, and it's called Making Waves. Momentum is building. It's your time achievement. And that is a really big message that I'm getting from Water, that it's her time to come forward to show us how we can use her more. She's going to tell us more about that. And then just about how it's building, how our momentum is building, how even though it's really hard right now, it's because our momentum is building. It's because we are going on that higher timeline. And to get there, we have to release all the things that keep us from it. Let's bring her back in and see what else she has to say. Water is the most powerful way for you to manifest anything. I believe that you already know that water is very programmable, and we have sent many to teach you these concepts, that you can program your water from any level at all, from your intentions to writing words on your glass of water, to using more advanced techniques like Reiki healing or angel fire or others. And you can use all of this to program water. And when you think of the scope of where water is, Water exists in the air and in your pipes, in your glass, in your body, in almost everything that you touch contains an amount of water. And all of this water can be programmed. So though you may know of programming your water, you may not realize that everything is programmable. I just want to be like, maybe electronic devices don't have water, but I don't know, maybe they do. I'm no chemist. Okay, so everything has water and everyone can program water. Now, if you haven't read my blog post on programming water, then I really recommend that you do. And you can always search my site, soundwavesheal.com, and search water on the little magnifying glass, and you should find it very easily. So I think we really understand programming water and how we can use angel fire, intention, writing, whatever on water so that we can program it. So before I started this month, she showed me many ways that we could do that we could set the intention on our water heaters or our pipes. You could even use like tape and write your intention. I would use something very simple, love or clear, something like that. Or you could write maybe a testimonial or something that you want to infuse your water with. And you could put that in Sharpie on a piece of Scotch tape and put it on a pipe that comes into your house or in your basement. Or you could do it energetically if you use advanced healing techniques to like just program all these things to just be bringing a statement into your water, to be using that water to manifest. So it's not just about every time you remember to do that for your bath water or your glass of water, but that you basically do a big intention for the whole house and for the water that is underneath your house and the water that's in the air around your house. And you could do this at your office if you spend a lot of time there, and anywhere else that you spend time. And you could work with more specific intentions with a daily bottle of water or your bath water or your water in your body. But just having this big intention for all of the water just kind of adds to it. So that's pretty easy to do. So let's bring her in again and see what else she wants to tell us, because I know there's a lot more of things we don't know. I'd like to bring a few more ways to program water that you might not have thought of. You may use words or energy techniques, and you may program the rain that comes down wherever you are by making a shield of intention that the water goes through to be programmed as it lands all around your home, your office, your car, wherever you are. You may also program water that you come in contact with often if there's a creek nearby, if there's water or geysers near your home, and of course there's water under all the land as well. You can make a boundary of your home, maybe another one for your neighborhood or your city, and in each one, imagine something simple you would like to program that water for, such as love, kindness, clearing, and do this as well. You can also use programmable techniques like light language, Reiki, and others to bring channeled healing to the water anytime. These are things you may already know. But I just wanted to bring forward a few other ways that you may not be using it. We ask that you use it more often. What is it that you would like to manifest in this life? Can you now program all the water in your body, in your cells, with that intention? We ask that you phrase it most positively. For instance, if you'd like to lose weight or you would like to get healthier, you can make the intention to program your cells of your body to be health. Return to perfect health. Return to perfect health. Return to perfect health. Or if you feel returning to health is not within the scope of what's possible for you, perhaps you've always had problems with health since birth, then you may say perfect health, perfect health, perfect health. You may also just use love, love, love. I recommend you do it just like this with your hands on your heart and repeating it 3 times. How long will this last? The effect of this will last at least 24 hours and sometimes up to 3 days. So you may make this part of your daily intention to keep it a very strong intention of programming the cells of your body. Now I'd like to ask water about the purity of water. Many of you know that we live in a very toxic world. Many of us do a lot to filter our water and make sure that it's very clear of all chemicals, especially fluoride and chlorine, things like that. And there are many, many very harmful chemicals that are found in water. And so let's ask her about filtering our water and, knowing that filtering your water to be totally clear is a very privileged thing. It's very costly to take all of that out of your water, and it's very hard to do. I'm not able to filter every single spigot in my house for fluoride. I am able to take a lot of it out. I'm still working on solutions for that. So it can be really hard, and it has been very costly for me. So I realize this is sort of a privileged thing that people can do or may not be able to do. So let's ask her about that. I wish to encourage you to filter as well as you can all of your water, but I also see how it stresses you, how it worries you when you cannot make it as clear and as pure as you wish it to be. Please know that water on this earth will return to a perfect clear state in ascension. And for now, you will do the best that you can, and you could program your water to be clean and clear, and you can program it to release its contaminants as well as it can. And though we encourage you to do what is in your means to filter, you may use this technique for what you are unable to filter at this time. And know that you can raise your vibration above all of the chemical problems and toxicity of your land, your water, and your air. It will be cleared eventually, and you can rise above it with your vibration. So do not worry yourself to a lower vibration over these things in which you cannot change, but know that you can rise above any situation that is unchangeable in the physical world. Well, that's good. I have to admit that I do worry about the water situation a lot. It's one of the things that I've always actually been worried about. And one of my first spiritual experiences was learning that the water would be cleared and cleaned in ascension, and that it's very easily done by fifth dimensional beings, very easily done. And it's not something that we should hurt ourselves by worrying about so much. It's very easy to do that. And that's not the intention on which we're supposed to live our lives. We can do the best that we can. We're all doing the best that we can. And we release anything that we cannot do that's not within our grasp at this moment, whether it be because of the slavery money system or whether it's because it's just not possible. We just do the best that we can, and we have to release worry of what we cannot do and know that we can rise above it with our own vibration. And I have been thinking a lot about that, and now I believe that all those thoughts I had were coming from this message from water. I believe we'll bring her back, but let's go to Helene, who really wanted to come in. She's a giant sea tortoise, really beautiful, and I'm excited to have tortoises here. I am Helene, and I am a great tortoise who has been around your waters in the sea for a very long time. I have reincarnated with full memories intact many times, and I have been in the water since it was clear everywhere without a single contaminant. And I am still here, and I wish to tell you I can also see it returning to the clarity in which it once was. And so I reiterate that you can know that this will happen. I'd like to talk to you today about the seventh dimensional water grid. What is this grid? Just like other energetic grids on the planet and around the planet, this one is in the water. When you think about water on your planet, you are often thinking about places on the globe where you see water as oceans. But there is much more water than that. There's also water beneath the land. There's also water everywhere. And so water in the oceans is complete on Earth. It is everywhere. And some is still clean and clear, much clearer than the oceans. And some places of the ocean is clearer than others. This grid is the entire earthly plane. It is one way in which every part of this planet is connected to every part. And so when you connect to this grid, you are able to connect to a higher dimensional frequency of your planet. This seventh dimensional grid is coming online stronger now because now it is able to be connected to by your species of the human. And now that you can connect to it, you can be regenerated from it. You can be cleared from it. And you can also, in this cleared state, bring more energy to it. And so it is a cycle. It clears you. It helps you bring your vibration higher. And then in that state, you are able to bring more healing frequencies from other higher dimensional places outside of Earth and bring it back down into Earth by bringing it to the seventh dimensional water grid. This is how we would like you to interact with this grid. And once we attune you to it, it will be very easy to do. And if everyone could do this more often, then we will see a greater and faster ascension timeline. This is a way in which we can experience this timeline moving closer to you. This is not anything to be afraid of. This does not mean that you will lose your loved ones or bad things will happen. The faster the timeline is upon you, the easier, the better, and the more joyful your life is. This we promise. There is nothing negative about bringing the timeline faster to you. That is our gift here. Once you are connected, you will feel the difference. This is Rachel, and she is showing me that. I don't know how many of you are feeling that, but my ears are ringing like crazy, and I feel like I'm just like vibrating. Like it has a hum of such a high vibration. It's almost like electric, which is funny because it's water, but it feels amazing. And so I get this. This is what they were trying to tell me. I was wondering what it was, the big reveal. What were they going to tell me that I didn't know about water and all that stuff? Not that I know everything, but I just couldn't figure out what it was going to be. And this is it. It's this grid. So a big part of what they wanted to bring was this clearing. We have to be clearing ourselves so often. And it's very difficult in these times to stay clear, to remove negative interference. There's a lot of negative interference right now. And I feel like I'm clearing that a lot more often than I need to be. And that is because it's just really consistent on trying to shut down light workers who have a lot of light, who are using their light. So that doesn't mean that one light worker has more light than another, but that they use it more. So I'm using my light often. I do this full time and I'm working on it all the time. And so I use it a lot. So my light's really bright. And often I see that with the clients that I work on, they're really bright. They're using their light a lot. And so it does attract, and we do turn them away. We got to clear that negative interference, but also know that as we increase our clearing, as we clear out old emotions and older things that are in our energy field, then we clear out anything that they can attach to. So any kind of interference is really attaching to things that we need to clear out of our auric field. And when that is clear, when there is nothing to attach to, then there is no need for protection at all, because you are fully protected because you have healed yourself. And that's why we are all on a healing journey. So if you're experiencing a lot of negative attack, spiritual attack, that is because there are emotions in your field that need to be cleared. You need to work on that, whether in session or by yourself or however you're going to do it. I always recommend a mixture of both. I am so excited to finally be able to bring through Octopus, because they are really kind of a galactical being, and they haven't fit into any of the tag stuff before, except for maybe the animal month that we did, because it included sea creatures, but we don't get to talk to octopi often. This octopus is called Shenshai. I really believe that his name is a lot longer than that, but that's what we're calling him. I hope that you enjoyed watching this part of the Tag Masterclass for July. And of course, we also have a sound healing attunement to water in the 7D water grid, as well as a meditation for healing and up leveling your vibrational set point. And of course, a manifesting little video as well. If you don't know what Tag is, it's my monthly community transformation and ascension group, where we work with all kinds of light beings to connect to them, be healed from them, and they help us manifest manifest our highest timeline and our dream life. And if you want to know more, check out my website at soundwavesheal.com or schedule a call with me and I'll show it to you. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.